Hi there. So, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, the same messages, variations of the same messages keep coming through. And so the variation is minute, but I don't know. I just feel like hearing it a million different ways is helpful for me. And so I'll have to assume that hopefully it's helpful for you too. Okay, so March 3rd, 2024. How does one allow? Connect with the breath and relax the body. Feel the heart and allow source to flow from you, for your body was designed to be a vessel for source to flow. The state of allowance is key to aligning your physical vessel to source energy flow. There is nothing to think about, for thoughts are not aligned with what source is. Your thoughts are creative aspects of you. Source is flowing from you. Your thoughts are valid because you are source energy. Yes. So whatsoever thoughts you allow are what you create. The more regularly you allow certain thoughts to arise, the more likely they are to manifest in physicality. Thus, it is important, urgent in fact, to choose thoughts that are aligned to the capital T truth, to source. Presence is valuable because that is where one realizes the source that is only ever in presence. Yes, the mind wanders from past to future, and yet source is now, the eternal now. So as you practice presence in all now moments, you are in flow, in alignment with source energy, and you literally have source creating for you. Literally meaning source flows from you and you allow source to create for you. It is that simple. Perhaps not easy, but only because you have forgotten truth, the capital T truth. You are source energy. You are God source energy. You have always been source energy, for there is nothing and no one outside of it. You are creation. You are source. You are creator. As this one is learning, the ideas, thoughts, As this one is learning, the ideas, thoughts, words, beliefs she allows, and these are more powerful if spoken aloud. She brings forth those experiences for the very purpose of reminding her who and what she truly is. She thinks of a family member who is suffering. You assume he suffers, and while he very well might be, your assumption makes it dense, makes the possibility more probable. Thus, it is that we ask her to focus her attention elsewhere. It is contrary to what she has been taught, to leave another being alone in his or her experience. And yet we repeat, your misaligned beliefs, and they're talking to me, ideas and assumptions contribute to that which you do not desire. Please choose alignment. It is all God, and focus only on that truth. We tell her the devil is in the details, and we mean what we say. You and she question us, and we value curiosity. Choose love. And when we say choose love in the face of capital ALL, all, what we mean is to be still. There is nothing and no one to fix, for the belief, and in parentheses behind belief, the creation behind that idea is that something or someone could be broken. And we tell you, nothing and no one is broken, ever. You observe from judgment and you create what? You create polarity. Observe from love and you create what? You create heaven on earth. She desires simple direction, and so we offer it now. Be still and know, underline know, that all is God. And they close it out. Truth is simple. It is all God. We assure you, all serves a purpose. Every person, every circumstance, everything serves. So, yeah, I'm sharing this because, again, it just reiterates the importance of our focus. And, I have listened to spiritual teachers, and I do think there's real value in participating in classes and listening to various ideas. It all serves. It does. Where was I even going with that? Sometimes, there are teachers who, I think I said a few days ago, or maybe even yesterday, there are teachers who will talk about, the idea of good and evil, or, the idea of fixing a world. And it isn't broken. It is absolutely divinely perfect. And I say that not because I like everything, because I don't. But I know it's divinely perfect because it is simply mirroring back to me and to every other expression existing in it what still requires purification. And I think that's the word I want to use. We all have our hot buttons. War is one of mine. But I'm not going to go and protest war or do anything like that. How I'm going to approach the idea of war is I am going to root it out from within me. And that means that every warring thought I have, be it, somebody else wanting to focus on things that maybe perhaps might not result in the creations that they're desiring, I'm going to practice allowance. I'm not going to war against myself. I'm not going to war against, all these things, these little things that we could easily war against. Let's see. And they can be really minor. One time my guides were like, well, you kind of are warring against aging. And I don't like to get old because I'm active and I like to be busy and I like to be able to do things. And again, they would say that that's an idea that I have, that age somehow impacts what I can or can't do. And really it's my beliefs and ideas that impact what I can or can't do. But yeah, it's just this purification process. When they say it's a reckoning, it's just a reckoning of all of the things, all of the untruths that we have chosen, all of the untruths that we've chosen. We have to see them out there, and we don't resist them. We don't over focus on them either, because we can't fix it out here. We have to fix it within. This is an inside out world. We create from here, and then we'll see it out there. I'm trying to think of an example. Actually, one of the spiritual teachers that I've worked with for a really long time, her hot button is earth and taking care of our earth. And I haven't talked to her in a while, but I'm sure that on a large scale, she was reaching out and sharing her beliefs and encouraging people to use, earth-friendly products and to be more conscious of the earth, which is great. And she's practicing it within. I think that the tricky part about that is to be mindful that, you don't need anybody or anything to shift outside of you, because honestly, when you shift, when I shift, we won't have these things outside of us showing us what needs to be shifted, showing us what needs to be shifted. And, from that perspective, it does make more sense that it's all God. I think sometimes the tendency is to assume that, oh, it's God, so it's good. It's God, so I'm going to like it. And the reality is that God serves. You're God, I'm God. We're all part of that essence. And it's all of service. You know, when somebody triggers you, it is showing you something. And I mean, this is like a dime a dozen. Everybody says this, and we know this, but it is true. You know, there's like that knowing of the mind, and then it integrates and it becomes you. That's where we're going. You know, it's not just, I mean, I can think back, and I know you can think back, probably not even that long ago, because I do feel like this energy has ramped up and created huge shifts quickly. But you know, I would think, oh, why am I getting triggered? I've done so much work. Because there's always more to do. And there's nothing wrong with getting triggered. And now my perspective of trigger is so different, because it's nothing that I'm afraid of or trying to resist. It's actually an opportunity. And because my perspective has shifted. Why do I keep saying shift? Sorry. Because my perspective has shifted. My experience of triggers also shifts right alongside that perspective. I don't push it away. I don't deny it. I actually like get kind of excited and I just know it's an opportunity, and it's just another way to peel back the veil, the illusions that I know are within me, and I'm glad for those things. It's just all opportunity. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I hope you have a nice week. Thanks.